Hello everyone, so welcome back again, and today we are going to do the configuration of redistribution. Redistribution in between the EIGRP and BGP protocol. Okay, so here in this network we have configured the EIGRP. So we will configure the EIGRP on left side of the network, and we will also do the configuration of BGP on right side of the network. Then we will redistribute both the protocols to each other, and R2 will be the central focal point for the same. Okay. And we will do the configuration of redistribution over R2. Okay, now let's start doing the configuration of EIGRP on this side on R1 and R2. Let's start with that. Let's go to router number 1. Okay, so router EIGRP, that is 65501. Okay, let us assume that it is working on the same AS number, router EIGRP 65501, network that is 192.168.10.0. Okay, let's configure another one, network 10.0.1.0. Okay, so I have configured both the networks. Let's go to router number 2 and also do the configuration. Okay, so router EIGRP 65501. Okay, then let's provide the network detail, network that is 192.168.10.0. Okay, okay, now let's do the configuration of BGP on right side of the network. Okay, how we can do that, dear? So router BGP, that is 65501. Okay, neighbor 192.168.11.2, and remote AS is 65502. Okay, network in between them is 192.168.12.0. Then you have to provide the mask detail, that is 255.255.255.0. Okay, let's go to router number 3. Also do the same, router BGP, that is 65502, neighbor that is 192.168.11.1, remote AS is 65501. Okay, network that is 192.168.11.0, and mask is 255.255.255.0. Another network in between them is 10.0.3.0, and mask is 255.255.255.0. So we have just provided the network detail and mask, and also provide the full configuration of BGP. Now what is our next step? Next step is what? Do the configuration of, now let's do the configuration of redistribution on R2. Okay, so let's start with that. So router that is BGP 65501. Okay, redistribute EIGRP 65501. Okay, so we have done the redistribution of these two protocols like BGP into EIGRP. Okay, like we did the redistribution of EIGRP into BGP. Now, when we will do the reverse configuration, in case of redistribution of BGP into EIGRP, so it will need some details. What are these details, dear? It will ask you the details like what is AS number, okay, and the metric values. Metric values. So total there are 5 metric values. You have to find all the 5 metric values. Then during the redistribution process, you have to provide that. Okay. Now let's find all the metric values over here. How we can do that? just select the interface of 0/0, show show interface of 0/0 pipe section DLY. So it will show you all the details. Like what is the bandwidth? The bandwidth is, let me mention over here, the bandwidth is 1 0 0 0 0. Okay, this is 1 and 5 zeros, 1 2 3 4 5. Delay is 100, so let's mention the delay, that is 100. Then you have to provide the reliability is 255. Okay, after that you have to provide the load is 1. Okay, and in the end you have to provide the RX load, oh sorry, MTU size. Okay, so MTU size is 1500, 1500. Okay, so these all values must be provided. Now let's go to router number 2. Now configure terminal, router EIGRP 65501, redistribute BGP 65501. Then it will ask you the metric values. Okay, so metric, first of all you have to provide the bandwidth. So the bandwidth is 1 and 5 zeros. After that you have to provide the delay. So delay is 100. Then you have to provide the reliability, that is 255. Then it will ask the effective bandwidth or load. Okay, so as we have seen that the load is 1, and ultimately it will ask you the MTU size. So MTU size is what? MTU size is 1500. So these all information must be provided for that. Okay, so we have provided all the values: effective bandwidth, reliability, and delay, and bandwidth. Like we have find over here, reliability was 255 and remaining values was 1. So we have provided all the values over here. So redistribution is done now. Now here we can see that after distribution I will observe on R1 what are the network information. Do this have show IP route? So you can see that the network information of external is available in the table in the form of DEX, network coming from external, right? Show IP route 10.0.3.1. So it will ask you if I will find the routing information from R1 to this loopback IP. So it is showing that it is redistributing via EIGRP 65501. Okay, total delay is 1100 microsecond and so on. Now let's try to ping that ping 10.0.3.1, and obviously it will ping because we have done the successful redistribution in between them. So dear, this is how we can do the redistribution in between EIGRP and BGP. So if you have any confusion, you can ask me in the comments. Have a nice day.